Who here has heard the quote, for things to stay the same, they have to change? I have been sitting on this for a while now, and I always go back and forth because I find it honestly to be a redundant sentence. For things to stay the same, they have to change. Um, but I think there's some merit to it, right? The merit being that in order for you to keep enjoying life and keep enjoying things as you do, you have to be able and willing to adapt. Change is inevitable, and that's what this episode of Adult Rookie is about, reinventing yourself. I have had the privilege of experiencing different versions of myself and living in different timelines, if you will. I have witnessed the enthusiastic student leader who never missed a meeting or an opportunity. I was involved in so many different things in high school and college. I have been a barback at a bar for a bartender. I have walked the runway of New York Fashion Week. I've pursued modeling and acting, and I've been a clerk in a criminal justice system. I have been an educator in a third grade classroom, and I currently work in admissions and marketing at a private school. If you had told me I would be doing any of these things when I started my freshman year of college, I would be probably just so shook and confused as to what was going on. I probably would have judged myself too and wondered, what the hell am I doing with my life? Am I just bouncing from job to job? Do I not have it all figured out? What happened to my law school plan? I'm still thinking about that too, right? And I'm only in my mid 20s. I'm only 26 years old. And then I've also experienced personal loss and questioning my identity and belonging, something I'm still doing. And I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is just to embrace the uncertainty, because through that, that is where you really grow and discover yourself and what you want, and what it is that you need to live a meaningful life. I think it's easy to kind of sit back and be complacent and not want to adapt and adjust to the times or to whatever situation you're experiencing. I think when it comes to reinvention and reinventing yourself, it's really for anyone at any age, whether you're fresh out of college, whether you're in your 30s or 40s, starting a family, starting a new job, moving to a new place, experiencing a midlife crisis or a divorce like my parents were. All these things can be a lot. And I think the biggest thing is that it's all profoundly personal. No one's reinvention looks the same, but I think we can all agree that starting over is pretty scary, right? I definitely am always scared and nervous starting a new task, even though I have shifted and transitioned and been a chameleon several times over. But that being said, it doesn't take away from the fact that it's still pretty freaking scary. And that feeling is not a sign of weakness. It's actually a sign, at least this is what someone told me, that you're on the cusp of something great. And I think even looking back on my experiences, while I was nervous and scared, um, if there was anything I would tell my younger self, is that you don't know how good it's gonna get. Like, you truly don't know how good it's gonna get. And I'm realizing also the times when I am most uncertain or I'm feeling lost in life, it's because there is something bigger around the corner, and I literally can't conceptualize it. I can't put a label to it. And I'm preparing myself for spaces and opportunities that I can't even fathom because I'm so locked in on one aspect or how things are supposed to go. And so today, my hope is to leave you with some words of wisdom and encouragement, and also some things that I have done and utilized in order to embrace reinventing myself and embracing the uncertainty that comes with a new chapter to be more aligned with who you truly are. So let's break it down into real easy and practical steps, drawing on what has worked for countless others, with number one being embrace the uncertainty. Feeling confused is part of the process. When you feel lost, it's a signal that you're about to discover something new. So ask yourself, what do I really want to feel and experience? Next, look at the people, habits, and spaces you inhabit. Do they inspire growth or hold you back? Reinvention means updating not just your mindset, but your surroundings as well. Reassess your environment. This one definitely has not been easy for me. It has not been easy to lose friends or walk away from jobs that no longer served me, or putting up boundaries as to what I could and couldn't do anymore and tolerate. But ask yourself, what is depleting energy, right? What is holding you back? And you'll often find that the first person or thing that comes to your mind is usually the right answer. You can never make a mistake if you don't get started. You can never make a mistake if you do not get started. There is never going to be a perfect moment to change. There really isn't. Life is always gonna get in the way. You're always gonna find excuses. Start small, even if you're clumsy at first. Those early missteps are stepping stones to mastering a new version of yourself. Again, embrace the awkwardness. My favorite part, have fun with it. Every step counts, whether it's a new introduction, a decision to prioritize your well-being, or a moment of clarity. Each win is part of your larger transformation. So celebrate it, reward yourself, recognize it, and lastly, acknowledge every stage. Whether you're in your early adulthood or navigating the complexities of midlife, your journey matters. Reinvention is not reserved for the young. It's a continuous process that evolves with you. Aaron, Pierre, that's Mufasa. I just got out the shower. So here's my heartfelt message. Listen, remember that reinvention is never going to be easy. Life is all about adapting. And the moment that we start embracing the uncertainty and the awkwardness is usually when the best version of ourselves comes to light. Yeah. So whether you're fresh out of college or you're in your 50s, 60s, 70s, experiencing a career shift or maybe a personal loss or just a midlife crisis, remember that stepping into the unknown is part of the process, and it's going to be a little scary, it's going to be a little challenging, but know that you're going to be okay. If I can do it and countless others have done it, then so can you. I believe in you. Please share this message with someone who may resonate with it, or save it for later. Write down some of the tips and let me know how you go about reinventing yourself this week or in the coming year in the comments below, or on Instagram at adult_rookies_industries. I'll leave all of that in the comments. And don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe for more videos on self-improvement. The next series that we're going to be opening up is going to be talking about dating in person and making friends and all of that. So if that's something that resonates with you, then definitely hit that subscribe button and follow us on Instagram.